Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to Game 2 between ICC and Holmes. The Indians picked up an 8-0 win in 7 innings in the first game of the day, as ICC improved to 19-3-1 on the year, 6-1 in conference play. Holmes fell to 25-1, 3-4 in conference play as well.
Number 4, Jordan Zush.
So this will be Jordan Zush, the shortstop, leading us off here in Game 2. And it's Hunter Hughes, a.k.a. Peanut, on the mound here for the Indians. And that First American National Bank opening pitch, good for a strike, and it comes your way at 5:44. First American National Bank, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. As this pitch fouled off. For strike 2. Justin Medlin was our Sonic star of the game in the first game of the day. He had 9 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. And there's strike 3. Painted the corner there, did Peanut, and was able to zip that one across for the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Quick work of Zush. And now up is going to be Cole Johnson. Johnson playing second base, batting in that 2 spot. As that pitch paints that outside corner again. Well, Peanut has thrown 4 pitches, and all 4 have gone for strikes. It's what you would call doing work. Make it 5 for 5 on strikes now. And Peanut's just waiting for the batter to get back at the plate. He's ready to go. 0-2 pitch getting set to come here to Johnson. And that one missing low for a ball. Not a bad spot to miss that time, especially after you throw 5 straight strikes. To see if you can get him to chase one there. He did not. 1-2 now is the count. Swung on him as for strike 3. How about another Renaissance Bank strikeout here for Peanut? As the second batter of the day is retired swinging. Now this is going to bring up Fidanza, the DH. Anthony Fidanza will dig in here. Fouls that first one off. Okay, Steve Diffie just texted me and said the umps blew the rule in the first game. I thought it was 10 after 7 myself, as this is a fly ball out to the right side of the field. Domino going back in front of his dad out there on the back of his truck, watching as Lane hauls that one in for the third out of the inning. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Bulldogs. Let's keep it here and give you today's Coca-Cola starting lineups for both squads, and we've already introduced you to the first three for the Bulldogs. As it's Zush playing shortstop, Johnson playing second. The DH is Finanza. Tolino is playing third base. Dobson is, I think I said that name right. Let me go look at it. I can separate my papers here. Tolino is playing third base. Dobson is over at first. Porter is catching. Evans playing in left field. Skinner is in center field, and Henson is in right field. Massengill is the pitcher, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of his stats on the year. For Massengill, he is 2-0 with a save on the year. Has pitched 15 2/3 innings. He's given up 9 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned. He's walked 8, struck out 18. He has a 3.45 ERA. And now here's your Coca-Cola starting lineup for the ICC Indians, presented by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Not really sure what just happened there, as it was replaying some stuff, so I apologize for that. But either way it goes, your lineup here for the Indians, it'll be Kyle Krieger leading things off, playing second base. Batting second will be center fielder Jackson Lancaster. LeBryant Sedale is in left field. He's batting third. Justin Medlin is the DH. He'll be batting fourth. Russell Bunch will be batting in that 5 spot, playing third base. Hayden Palmer will be at first base. He's batting in the 6th spot. Lane Domino batting at the number 7 spot. He's out there in right field. Brett Coker, the shortstop, batting 8th. And Ray Sandroni batting 9th and catching here. As this first pitch swung on by Krieger. High fly ball, center field. Center fielder going back, filling for the wall, and about 2 steps away from the warning track. Squeezes it for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Nicely done that time by Massengill. And now this will be Jackson Lancaster coming to the plate.
Number 10, Jackson Lancaster.
So Lancaster will try to fire things up here for the Indians. Takes a look at that first pitch, high for a ball. Well, the sun's setting here in Fulton, so that's going to make things difficult out there in right field on the right side of the infield as well, looking back into the sun. As this one fouled off. Going to be a foul ball, going to get out of play. And now the count goes 1-1. We do want to thank everyone that tuned in here on Let's Go ICCTV.com, the Red Channel. There's a ground ball. It's going to get past the pitcher. Second baseman gets it. Going to have to hurry and gets him by a step. Well, Lancaster, really good speed, but a good throw that time from second by Johnson. Retires Lancaster, and quickly 2 away now. As this is going to be LeBryant Sedale coming to the plate here for the Indians with 2 away and nobody on.
Number 18, LeBryant Sedale.
So Sedale will dig in, trying to spark a 2-out rally. We saw the Indians do this well in the first game. Really didn't result in a lot of runs, though, as they were able to get some 2-out hits. So Sedale will stand in, takes that first pitch, going to miss low for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. There is 2 outs here. As that pitch missing high and outside. 2-0 now goes the count here on Sedale. If Sedale were to reach, and it'll be Justin Medlin, the DH, up next here for the Indians. 2-0 count, 2 away and nobody on. Oh, nice little change of pace. Way ahead of that one was Sedale. 2-1 now goes the count. We're in the bottom of the first inning. 0-0 is your score here in Game 2. If you're just now joining us, the Indians picked up that 8-0 win. The umpires called it after 7. Really didn't get an argument out of the Holmes coach, and we thought it was 10 after 7. As this pitch lifted. Deep, deep, and it's off the reservation. Another home run for the Indians as LeBryant Sedale smashes one out to left field. A big-time blast off the bat of LeBryant Sedale. Let's go back and look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay. Yeah, that was one that Sedale was able to turn on and sent that out of the ballpark, and ICC leads it now 1-0.
Number 25, Justin Medlin.
So now this will be Justin Medlin coming to the plate. Medlin wants to see if he can get the bats warmed up here with 2 outs in the inning. Swings on that one, ground ball. Shortstop's going to have a tough play. Going to run, throw, and it's going to be not in time. Ran it out that time. Good speed from Medlin as it was a tough play by the shortstop. That's going to go for a hit as he had to throw it on the run, and it kind of one-hopped over and nearly pulled the first baseman off the bag. So back-to-back hits now with 2 outs. And this is going to be Russell Bunch coming to the plate.
Number 22, Russell Bunch.
So Bunch will dig in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. He had a 2-run home run in game 1. The Indians have hit 3 home runs on the afternoon so far. Medlin's taking a minimum lead over at first base. Bunch is at the plate, awaiting his first offering here from Massengill. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to Russell Bunch. Remind you, our next scheduled broadcast here on the Red Channel is going to be Friday at softball against East Central. Of course, a lot of this is pending the weather that is forecast for the end of the week. Of course, rain looking like it's going to move into the area Saturday, and that's when the Indians are expected to play Jones. Of course, that, as always in all schedules, are pending weather. That pitch paints the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Russell Bunch. So you'll want to be sure and follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC or visit letsgoicc.com for those scheduling updates as well as broadcast updates. You can also read those every day in the Daily Journal on page 2. Breaking pitch hangs up for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here on Russell Bunch. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. With Justin Medlin over at first base. If Bunch were to reach, and it's Hayden Palmer, the first baseman, on deck for the Indians. And a swing and a miss. Nice job taking a little bit of it off of it that time as Bunch a little bit ahead of that one. Evens up the count now at 2-2. So 2-2 is the count. 2 outs and a runner at first. Bottom of the first, snap throw over. And Medlin steps back on the bag without a tag. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit more as we drift into the evening hours. That pitch going to miss outside, and now the count goes full here to Russell Bunch. So full count here with a runner at first, so Medlin will be in motion on the pitch. There he goes, a Bunch. Flies this one out to right field. Right fielder is going to dance around, look up, and find it at the last second and squeeze it for the final out of the inning. But it was one swing of the bat by Bryant Sedale that has made the difference in the contest so far. A solo home run with 2 outs in the inning gives the Indians a 1-0 lead. We'll take a break and be back with the top of the second right after this on letsgoicctv.com.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 is your score after a solo home run by Bryant Sedale in the bottom of the first. So Peanut getting a little bit of a Getting a little bit of a run support there as it'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for the Bulldogs. There's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Coker
You could say it's
over.
about the clubs.
Nice stretch.
You
And
could.
it's reeled in there. Apologize as I switched to a commercial instead of the play as Toledo is retired 6-3. So 1 out now. And Dobson coming to the plate. Dobson playing first base. Digs in with 1 out and nobody on. Holds off on the pitch there. Goes inside, missing for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. And that pitch across. 1-1 now is the count. Here on Dobson. And that pitch finds the lower part of the zone there for a 1-2 count. So we saw a low zone in the first game. This one looking like it might follow suit here in game 2. And no, maybe a makeup call after that last one, as that one looked like it painted the corner, but it's going to say it's a little high and outside. 2-2 now is the count here on Dobson. Peanuts pitch coming. And it's fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. So Dobson will dig back in. Fastball missing low, 3-2. Good eye from Dobson. This pitch popped up out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. Or excuse me, 3-2 is the count. And there's strike 3. Got him looking at that one. That is the 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Peanut. For those that may not be familiar with the ICC program, when I reference Peanut, that's Hunter Hughes. He just wants to be called Peanut, so you got it. This first pitch popped up. Trouble on the right side of the field. Lane Domino is going to go in and squeeze it for the out. Back-to-back innings that Lane Domino has got the out there in right field to end the inning. And so no runs, so no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The Indians lead it 1-0 as we'll move quickly to the bottom of the second here in Game 2 between ICC and Holmes. Back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. As had a little bit of extended inning there as the catcher, Porter, had to come back and put his gear on before coming out, as we'll get that throw down here and get ready for the bottom of the second inning. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here. Hayden Palmer, Lane Domino, and Brett Coker for the Indians. 1-0 is your score. ICC got a solo home run from LeBryant Siddell in the bottom of the first. And that's in the game. That's the difference in the game right now.
Number 32, Hayden Palmer.
So Palmer coming to the plate. Had a pair of singles in the first game of the day. Trying to see if the bat will stay hot here in game 2. That pitch in there for a strike. Good location out of the hands of Massengill that time as Dalton leads things off with a strike. We found out who number 6 was from the first game of the day as this pitch is fouled back for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. They've got him listed as number 18 on our roster. It's Cade Penix. Cade Penix is wearing number 6 today. His grandmother messaged us on Facebook, let us know who that was, and said thanks for the broadcast. That pitch missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. So we do appreciate that help there for letting us know who that is. He almost had a big-time hit in that game, nearly a home run that was just foul. So the 1-2 pitch coming here. In the dirt, ball gets away. They're going to say, did he go? And they're going to say, no, he did not. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs as Palmer is leading us off here. Lane Domino is on deck, and Brett Coker is in the hole. 2-2 is the count. And a big, healthy swing at that one comes up empty. And Palmer goes down swinging at a Renaissance Bank strikeout. 1 out now, and Lane Domino coming to the plate. Domino batting in the 7th spot, playing in right field.
Number 9, Lane Domino.
So 1 out and nobody on here for the Indians. Domino lifts that pitch across for a strike. Massengill doing a pretty good job here so far in the game, getting ahead of batters, filling up the strike zone early. Just got touched up a little bit by LeBryant Sedale in the bottom of the 1st. Domino couldn't catch up with that one. Great change of pace that time by Massengill. So 0-2 is the count. That pitch high. Oh, good eye by Domino. Couldn't get him to chase the high heat that time. 1-2 now goes the count with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. ICC leading 1-0. Domino chases one. It's in the dirt. The catcher will come up and throw it down for the out. And back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts now from Massengill. 2-3 on the putout, however. And there's quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the 2nd. This is going to be Brett Coker coming to the plate.
Number 13, Brett Coker.
So Coker will dig in. Trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. Swings on the first pitch he sees. Popped up, back, catcher giving chase, and can't get to it. Glad we didn't set up outside today, as that's typically where we set up whenever I do set up outside, and that one would have been an expensive foul ball with the equipment that we have out there, so that's why we couldn't find our long extension cord. The good Lord looking out for us. So nothing but a strike on that foul ball, as there's a foul ball back. 0-2 now is the count here on Brett Coker. So 0-2, 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Indians in the bottom of the 2nd. That pitch coming, high and outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time. Is good eye by Coker to hold off on that one. Make the count go 1-2. That pitch missing low. 2-2 now goes the count with 2 outs. Oh, it was a 2-out hit by LeBryant Sedale that got out of the ballpark. So that's called a home run in the game of baseball, and that's the difference in the game right now. 1-0. And this pitch popped up. Looks like this one may stay in. The catcher calling everyone off. Now the pitcher comes in and makes the play for the putout. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Indians. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 2 here in game 2. ICC leads it 1-0. We'll take another timeout. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. Like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the third inning. As always, game 2 in conference game scheduled for 7 innings. We do want to say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of the Bulldogs this evening here on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Number 27, Jonathan Evans.
As it'll be Jonathan Evans leading us off here. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Bulldogs. Peanut still on the hill here. He's got 3 strikeouts in the game. That pitch across for a strike. He has done a good job, much like Massengill, throwing strikes early in the count. As that goes 1-0. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. I said 1-0, but it's actually 0-2 now is the count after that swinging strike. To Evans. Skinner is on deck for the Bulldogs. 0-2 pitch coming. And that one's going to be fouled off, and we'll stay at 0-2. See a lot of folks taking advantage of a nice day today out on the walking track next to the waterway. A good crowd coming out to support the Indians this afternoon. We saw members of the ICC football coaching staff, the softball coaching staff, football players, and softball players as well. And there's strike 3. As that one clipped the corner of the plate and gets the 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Peanut. And now this is going to bring up Skinner. Brylan Skinner coming to the plate. Takes that first pitch inside for a ball. So that goes for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 1 out and nobody on. That pitch missing low. 2-0 now is the count. And so Skinner, a rare situation to be in here for a Holmes batter, as he's ahead in the count 2-0. That pitch called a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Skinner. And that one foul tip for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third inning, 1-0, ICC with the lead. And nearly went for it that time. Not a bad spot to miss for Peanut. Just couldn't get him to chase one there. Good eye for Skinner. 3-2 now is the count. Hughes set to deliver. Jammed him, popped it up, and it's going to be foul, and couldn't really get to it that time for the Indians, so we'll stay at 3-2. Well, as we said, the sun continued to set. You see the shadows stretching across Crescent Field here. Down the lines is 330, in the gaps 365. 390 to dead center. Wind is calm as we await the 3-2 pitch here. Liner right back up the middle, return to Cinder as that's going to go for a hit. And a good at bat that time by Skinner, and that's the first hit of the day. Krieger made a diving effort at it, couldn't get to it. And so the first hit of the day here for the Bulldogs, and it belongs to Brylan Skinner. This is now going to be Peyton Hansen coming to the plate. 1 out and a runner on first here for the Bulldogs. Ball gets away. Sandroni did a good job of quickly locating it, getting it out there, and the runner went back to first. So 1-0 is the count. Domino a little upset that the runner didn't try to advance on that. So 1-0 is the count. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now is the count. 1-0 ICC with the lead here in the top of the third inning over the Bulldogs in game 2. ICC won the first game of the day 8-0. As that pitch, there it is, across for a strike. Great location on the part of Peanut. And now 1-2 goes the count with 1 out and a runner at first here for the Bulldogs. So waiting the 1-2 offering. Ground ball. And it's going to find its way through. A little seeing eye single that time and another nice at bat. Back-to-back hits there for the Bulldogs. So now Holmes trying to spark something here in the top of the third. As we go back to the top of the lineup now with Zush.
Number 4, Jordan Zush.
So Zush. Yeah, that's how you say it, Zush, because it's like hush with a Z. So, well, that's what Lee Adams said, and Lee Adams has been a little sketch from time to time. Or actually, he got it from Steve Diffie. So if Diffie says so, it's good. Sacrifice bunt, only one play. Throw over to first is in time. And so that will go for a sacrifice bunt. Runners did advance in that situation to second and third. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC BSU. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter. Ironically enough, at ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07, Wednesdays at lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget to treat your friend to lunch. Bring $2 for them as well. So 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And there's a line drive down the third base line, and it goes foul. So that would have been a big hit there for the Bulldogs, as that would have easily scored 2 runs. Lucky break for the Indians, as that was slicing foul in a hurry. Nothing but an exciting strike there on Cole Johnson. Johnson fouls this one off to the right side now. And he's behind in the count 0-2. So the Bulldogs with the tying run at third right now. 2 outs in the top of the third. Go-ahead run is at second. Game 2 between ICC and Holmes. Awaiting the 0-2 offering here from Peanut. Pitch coming. Ground ball. Third baseman finds it. It's going to have to hurry. It's going to be a chase. He dives in. And he's there. Great play by Hayden Palmer to have the wherewithal to know that he had a speedy Cole Johnson on the base and just dove for first and out dive Johnson to get the out and end the inning. A big play there for the Indians as Holmes leaves a pair of runners stranded in scoring position. We'll move to the bottom of the third. ICC leading it 1-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. ICC with a 1-0 lead. For the Indians, it'll be the 9-1-2 batters due up. Ray Sandroni, Kyle Krieger, and Jackson Lancaster. So Sandroni, who is catching here in game 2, will lead us off. That was assistant coach Dylan Ernest sprinting across the bottom of your screen as that first pitch high and inside for a ball. Dalton Massengill on the hill. here for the Bulldogs in game 2. This pitch, flare out to center field. Center fielder is going to have to come back in and make the play. I tell you what, it's an adventure when the ball's hit out to center field. As in game 1, we saw the center fielder doing a lot of awkward movements and adjustments, and that time had to come up and after running back, run hard to your screen right, the center fielder's left. Was able to make the catch at his knees. So this will be Kyle Krieger now as we go back to the top of the lineup. Krieger swings at the first pitch he sees, fouls it back and out of play for strike 1. Of course, that pitch being fouled over the top of us here in the Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Found out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu. That pitch missing low, even the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Krieger does have a home run on his resume today. Beautiful breaking pitch, comes in and finds the zone for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. 1 out, nobody on after a fly ball to center field. As that pitch in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count. Remind you, you can see photos of today's games by visiting ICCimages.com. You can get that digital download for $1. We actually have the prices set as low as the host company will allow us to set them. 2-2 pitch coming. Krieger fouls it off and will stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Indians lead it 1-0 after a solo home run in the bottom of the 1st by LeBryant Siddell. Lights are on here at Crescent Field. I tell you, you'll be hard-pressed to find a nicer, more beautiful field at night, especially whenever you get a nice, cool night at the ballpark, than Crescent Field. Breaking pitch, and it was there for a strike. Just came right back in after trailing hard into the batter, and Krieger goes down looking. The 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and now there's 2 outs as Jackson Lancaster will come to the plate.
Number 10, Jackson Lancaster.
So Lancaster will try to spark the bats here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. ICC leading 1-0. Lancaster lucky he's going to try to sneak a bunt in there and pulls it back. Takes it for a ball. Well, the 3rd baseman was all the way back, almost on the grass, will now come up and play about even with the bag in this situation. Lancaster does have pretty good speed. Oh, took a healthy chop at that one. Was looking to try to hit Coach Domino out there in right field, but unfortunately came up missing. So that pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. 2 outs for Lancaster at the plate. He grounded out to second in his first at bat. Pops one, this one deep center field, back to the wall, and it's going to be off the wall, and it's going to bounce away from the center fielder. This is going to go for extra bases. Are they going to try to give him an in-the-park home run? No, they're going to put the brakes on him, and he will have a triple. A big-time play there for Jackson Lancaster, a 2-out triple. I thought for a second Coach Collier was going to roll the dice and send him home for an in-the-park home run. But Rick thought better of that and held him up. As you see, Lancaster putting on the brakes and nearly, or he did fall, I should say, and now up is going to be LeBryant Siddell. So a clutch 2-out hit here, man. The Indians looking for another one to see if they can push across and run, and it's going to be a balk. So Lancaster will score on the balk, and the Indians do get that run now. And that can loom large later on in the ball game as ICC now takes a 2-0 lead. So that will take an RBI opportunity off the board for LeBryant Siddell, unless he does what he did last time, and that was a no-doubter out to left field. So he looks at the first pitch, low and outside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to LeBryant Siddell. Dale looks at that pitch at the knees for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. There's 2 outs and nobody on base here for the Indians. They scored one after a 2-out triple and a balk. Lets Jackson Lancaster come home. That pitch, a breaking pitch and a late call, but the right call on that strike 2. 1-2 now is the count. 2-0, bottom of the 3rd inning here. ICC and Holmes in game 2. Indians trying to complete the sweep of the Bulldogs. That pitch set up on the outside. Dale holds off on it. 2-2 now goes the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Dale looks at that one in the dirt. 3-2 now goes the count here on LB, the sophomore out of Tupelo High School. So counts full. Justin Medlin is on deck if he were to reach. And Dale does. Draws the full count walk, and now up will be Justin Medlin, who singled in his first at bat, but was left stranded back in the 1st inning.
Now batting for the Indians, number 25, Justin Medlin.
So Medlin trying to keep the bats alive here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0 is your score. ICC with 3 hits, a pair of hits for the Bulldogs. So Medlin, who was our Sonic star of the game in the first game of the day with 9 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. He also contributed to the game at the plate with some hits and some runs scored as well. And that pitch finds the zone for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Justin Medlin. So Medlin will dig in, snap throw over. LB gets back standing up without an issue. 0-1 is the count. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd, 1 run has already scored for the Indians. They lead it 2-0. Throw over to first yet again, not in time as Dale gets back standing up one more time. So Massengill getting set to deliver here. Nope. Over to first again, and Dale, about a step or 2 off the bag, is able to get back without any issues on those 3 throwovers. And so Medlin will await this 0-1 pitch. That pitch paints the corner. Beautiful location that time out of the hand of Massengill. 0-2 is the count now here on Justin Medlin. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner at first base. That's LeBryant Sedale. So waiting this 0-2 pitch. There's a hard hit ground ball that's going to get through. Good at bat that time by Medlin. Comes through with a clutch 2-out hit there, his 2nd hit of the ball game, and now up is going to be Russell Bunch. That one's just blistered through the gap over there on the right side of the field. And so now with runners at first and second, this is going to be Russell Bunch. Bunch had a 2-run home run in the first game, flew out to right to end the first inning. So with 2 outs, the Indians trying to see if they can come away with a 2-out hit here and put a crooked letter on the board, as they've already got 1 run this inning, looking for their 2nd. Bunch takes a look at that first pitch, missing low and inside for a ball. Outfield playing him pretty straight away. Regular depth for the infield. Trying to keep Sedale tied at 2nd. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count to Bunch. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. This pitch popped up center field. Hooking away from the center fielder. It's going to go back to the wall and going to be caught, though. As the center fielder, once again, it's just been an adventure when the ball's hit out to center field this afternoon. An over-the-shoulder catch as he runs into the wall will end the inning. A tough break there for Russell Bunch. If that one gets away, 2-run score, and bunch probably ends up with a triple. But the Indians do get 1 run in the bottom of the inning. They lead it 2-0 as we've played 3 here in game 2. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And welcome back to action as Peanut taking his final warm-up tosses here as 2-0 is your score. And ICC leads it over the Bulldogs here as we move to the top of the 4th inning. This is game 2. This game scheduled for 7 innings. The Indians won it 8-0 in the first game of the day.
Number 9, Anthony Fidanza.
And this is going to be Fidanza coming to the plate. Fidanza flew out to right field to end the first inning in his first at bat. Stands in, takes that first pitch low for a ball. Peanut's got 4 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the day. And time is taken. Surprised the umpire gave him that break that deep in Peanut's delivery, as that pitch going for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs as Fidanza's leading us off here. Swings on the first pitch he sees. Tough play for the shortstop. Oh my goodness, and it's thrown. It's the reason why I say oh my goodness. If that play was made, then he just might have wrote a check to play baseball in the future, as that was an impressive effort out of the hand of Coker that time. But the throw was up the line and will be a single for Fidanza to start off the inning. So with no outs and a runner on first, this is Austin Teleno coming to the plate. Indians lead at 2-0. We're in the top of the 4th, game 2 between ICC and Holmes. The Indians moved up to number 10 in the most recent NJCAA rankings. So that pitch drifts high for a ball. Teleno grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. As this pitch fouled out of play, 1-1 now is the count. The Indians would love to see a ground ball back to the shortstop again, see if they might be able to find a Little Caesars double play. We saw 4 of those in the first game of the day, 5 of them, 3 for the Bulldogs, 2 for ICC. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a line drive out to right field. Domino will step back and reel it in for the out. 3rd put out of the game for Domino out there in right field. Now there's 1 away. And this is number 6, Cade Penix. So Penix coming into bat in place of Dobson. So Cade Penix. So with 1 away and a runner over at first base, Penix will dig in here. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Throw down is not in time. Boy, if it would have been, it was high. If it would have been low, that would have got the runner dead to rights, but a stolen base there for Fidanza. Moves the runner in scoring position here for the Bulldogs. So that did go for a strike. 0-1 is the count here for Penix. That was the design, hit and run, or at least swing the bat and make the catcher think about it before he throws it type play. So 0-1 is the count here to Penix. Breaking pitch. Hooks right back in for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Penix. 1 out, runner on second. 2-0 is the score here in favor of the Indians in game 2. This pitch foul back and will stay at 0-2. Porter is on deck for the Bulldogs. (0-2) is the count. Peanut looking for his 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and time is taken, however. And so we'll reset and do it all over again. So waiting this 0-2 delivery here from Hunter Hughes. Instead, there's going to be a snap throw back to second. Not in time. So runner got back without a slide. Tag was applied, but he was already on the bag. So 0-2 is the count. And a foul ball, and we'll do it again. 0-2 stays the count. So Penix getting his money worth at the bat right now as he's fouled off a few pitches and continues to fight them off here and trying to find a way to win the battle. Peanut, however, trying to find a way to win the battle himself and get his 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. So winning the 0-2 delivery here from Peanut. There's Rip, and down the line, but foul. Stop me if you've heard this before, but we'll do it all over again at 1-2. So a nice battle at the plate between Penix and Peanut right now, and more importantly for Holmes, getting a little bit deeper in that pitch count here. So 0-2 is the count with 1 out. And that pitch missing low for a ball. Some of the ICC faithful thought it was a strike. Umpire showed that it was low and inside. So 1-2 now goes the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at second. 2-0 ICC with the lead here in the top of the 4th. This is a shot right back up the middle. Second baseman's going to have to hurry. Gets it, throws it over the way. Nice job by Krieger to get that one, as it took a funny hop on him, but he had the ability to basically go up and have his glove there, but almost looked like he barehanded it to be able to throw over to first in time for the out. So now there's 2 outs, and this is going to be Taj Porter coming to the plate. So the runner is at third base after the ground ball allowed him to advance. Time's taken here by Sandroni, who is behind the plate in game 2. So there's 2 outs. Indians trying to pitch around a little bit of a trouble here in the top of the 4th. That pitch finds the zone for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to Porter. 2 outs. Runner at third. This pitch lifted. It's got a chance here. Back to the wall, and it's gone. A 2-run home run, and we're tied. A big swing of the bat there. A 2-run home run off the bat of Porter, coming with 2 outs in the inning. And now it's 2-2 here in the top of the 4th. So a big-time shot there for Porter. And now we're tied at 2. So now this will be Jonathan Evans coming to the plate. You got to give a lot of credit to Penix. In that previous at-bat, he was able to foul off some pitches, give his guys a chance to see a few more pitches out of Peanut, and that time they paid it off. That pitch, a little bit low and outside, was able to check his swing. So 1-0 is the count here to the left fielder, Evans. There's going to be a foul ball towards the Holmes dugout. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. 2-2 is your score after that 2-run home run by Porter. This pitch popped up. Russell Bunch trailing over. in foul territory and makes the play. You have to trust me on that as it was out of your screen, but the Indians able to get out of the inning, but not before the damage was done thanks to the swing of the bat of Taj Porter. It was a 2-run home run, and we're tied 2-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning where to be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Hayden Palmer, Lane Domino, and Brett Coker. We'll take a timeout and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in.
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2 is your score as we get set to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hayden Palmer, Lane Domino, and Brett Coker scheduled up here for the Indians. Looks like Rick maybe making some changes as he's come out to talk to the home plate umpire. Also saw Holmes coach come out and make a few changes as well. Game 2 here between ICC and Holmes. ICC won the first game, run rule victory, 8-0. And this will be Hayden Palmer. He struck out swinging at his first at bat, looking to redeem himself here. Let's see if the Indians can get this bat seated up and get the merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the 4th. Takes a look at that first pitch from Massengill, high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. The sun has tucked away behind the waterway, so no issues out there in right field anymore. Hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. Gets it, throws across the way, is in time for the putout. 6-3 of Palmer. Nice play that time by Zush to get the first out of the inning, and now up is going to be Lane Domino. Domino, he struck out but was retired 2-3 in his first at bat of the day.
Number 9, Lane Domino.
ICC and Holmes tied 2-2. There's one out and nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Beautiful breaking pitch across for a strike to Domino from Massengill. So 0-1 is the count here to Domino as he fouls this one off, and 0-2 now goes the count here to Lane. Still a pretty good crowd here at the ballpark. See a few more people going out and getting a light jacket, a blanket, as the temperature's getting a little chilly, not cold, but a little chilly in a hurry once the sun goes down here at Crescent Field. As Domino pops this one up, right fielder is going to head over to the right side, or his right side, and take a few steps back for out number 2. 2 away now. And now this is going to be Brett Coker coming to the plate for the Indians. So 2 outs, nobody on for Brett Coker. He popped up in foul territory to end the second. So trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. ICC has scored both of their runs in the contest with 2 outs on the board. Massengill's doing a good job, kind of a little bit of a slider that he's been able to get over for strikes on that first pitch. So 0-1 is the count. Coker swings at that one, fouls it off. So 0-2 now is the count. So waiting this pitch for Massengill, shaking off the first one, now set to deliver. Misses outside for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Beautiful pitch there as it's across for a strike. The fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Massengill. Had Coker froze up on that one, and the Indians go quietly in the bottom of the fourth. ICC and Holmes tied at 2. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche. Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back as we shift now to the top of the fifth inning. 2-2 is your score between ICC and Holmes. For the Bulldogs, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters to up. Brylan Skinner, Peyton Hansen, and Jordan Zush. Zush in that hole right now. Of course, that's who's scheduled to be up. We saw that, I believe Coach Domino came out and made a few changes in the previous inning, so we'll see if that stays true. That pitch high for a ball. Peanut still on the hill here. He has struck out 4 in the game. His last strikeout was back in the third inning. That pitch missing low for a ball. So now 2-0 is the count here to Skinner. He had a single that was back in the third inning, but he was left stranded in scoring position. The Bulldogs have left 2 stranded in scoring position. So that pitch across for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. ICC has left 1 in scoring position. So that pitch missing. 3-1 now is the count. So looks like Peanut might be just struggling a little bit. Looks like ICC does have somebody getting loose in the bullpen here. As Peanut sets to deliver, and this one lifted. It's to the gap, and it's going to be ran down. Outstanding play out there in left field, as that could be a What a Play Wednesday early nominee there. As LeBryant Siddell showing off out there. When we talk about LB now, he doesn't get in a hurry going from point A to point B, but when he's on the baseball field, he's got really good speed, and he just showed it off there. So with 1 out now, this is going to be Peyton Hansen, the right fielder, at the plate. He also singled but was left stranded in scoring position in his previous at-bat. Breaking pitch across for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. That pitch, just missing, is a good eye from Hansen that time to hold off on it, and evens up the count now at 1-1. There's 1 out here as that pitch missing. 2-1 now is the count. Hansen at the plate here for the Bulldogs. 2-2 is your score. Oh, beautiful fastball outside corner, swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on here for the Bulldogs. So the 2-2 pitch coming, and it's there for strike 3. Good job that time by Peanut coming back and painting that corner again, and Hansen knew it as he quickly
Number 4, Jordan Zush.
headed towards the dugout, as that's going to be the second out of the inning, the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Peanut. And now this will be Zush coming to the plate. Takes a look at that first pitch inside for a ball. Well, Peanut was getting that call earlier, and as he's kind of just tailing away from it a little bit more, so kind of just following through a little too much as that pitch drifts high for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. Two balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. That pitch across. 2-1 now goes the count. This pitch popped up. Krieger calling everyone off and squeezes it for the out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Due up for the Indians, the 9-1-2 batters, Sandroni, Krieger, and Lancaster. We're tied at 2. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back now as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. 9-1-2 batters due up here for ICC. 2-2 is your score. Holmes hit a 2-run home run in the top of the 4th to tie it up. It was a solo home run in the first, a 2-out triple, and then a balk that allowed Lancaster to score, and that's your Sonic scoring update here in Game 2. Sandroni takes that first pitch across for a strike. I've said it and I'll probably continue to say it. Dalton Massengill has done a good job of throwing strikes early against the ICC batters. That one, not a bad spot to miss. He's trying to get Sandroni to chase one similar to what he just threw. 1-1 now is the count. Ray Sandroni catching here in Game 2. Pretty much been the case for the Indians this year. Powell and Sandroni teaming up to catch. That's ripped down the line, but foul. Hard hit ball there, and it goes for an exciting strike. So 1-2 now is the count here to Sandroni. This pitch, slow roller to the shortstop. It's got plenty of time, throws over and retires Sandroni 6-3. So now back to the top of the lineup here for the Indians, as this is going to be Kyle Krieger. He's 0 for 2 here in Game 2. Struck out looking in his previous at-bat, flew out to center field in his first at-bat. So Krieger looking to spark the bats of the Indians. ICC and Holmes each with 4 hits in the contest, and they're each tied at 2. A breaking pitch that hangs up for Massengill for a ball, 1-0. We'll remind you, as of right now, the next action for the Indians is scheduled for Saturday at Jones. Now, of course, that's pending weather, so you do want to follow us on Twitter and visit Let'sGoICC.com to keep an eye in case there's any changes. That ball missing low. 2-0 now is the count here to Krieger. Softball, our next broadcast will be here on the Red Channel. They're traveling to East Central on Friday. Now, of course, once again, pending weather situations, as this pitch is popped up. Center fielder should have plenty of time. Goes back and will catch it a few steps in front of the warning track, and that will be the second time today that Krieger is retired on a fly ball to center field, and now this is going to bring up Jackson Lancaster. Lancaster had a triple, and as we mentioned, scored on a balk. He's 1 of 2 on the day. He's also grounded out to second.
Number 10, Jackson Lancaster.
So 2 away and nobody on here for the Indians. 2-2 contest. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Lancaster looks at that first pitch outside for a ball. Well, he's tripled off the wall in center field. Thought Rick was going to roll the dice and see if they can get an in-the-park home run, but a quick and proficient relay in by Holmes kept him at third. So much so that when he put on the brakes at third, he fell down and had to crawl back to the bag. But eventually a balk on the very next pitch pushed him across, and ICC had 2 runs on the board. So 2-0 is the count after those first 2 pitches missing. And this one popped a mile high. Center fielder charging in, now will camp underneath it. Drifts a little bit to his left and squeezes for the out. So much like the Bulldogs in the top half of the inning, ICC goes quietly in the bottom half. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 5, and it's still in doubt. 2-2 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC and Holmes tied at 2-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. This game's scheduled for 7. ICC won at 8-0 in run rule in the first game of the day. Peanut still on the hill here. That breaking pitch couldn't quite pull the string on as it floats up high for a ball. There's a shot up the middle, return to center, and that's going to be a leadoff single by Cole Johnson. So Johnson gets his first of the day, and it's a single to start the inning, much like they did back in the 4th inning. And now up is going to be Fidanza. And we may have a meeting on the mound here, so we're going to take the time out. Hear a word from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say. It's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza. Then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back, as we do have a pitching change here for the Indians. Kyle Krieger will come in from second base, and typically what the Indians do in those situations is bring in Braden Ellis to come play second, so we'll see if that's going to be the same here. But before we do that, let's take a look at some Sonic stats here on Kyle Krieger. He's 3-1 on the year. He's pitched 30 innings, given up 29 hits, 11 runs, 10 of those earned. He's walked 11, struck out 29, and has a 3.00 ERA. So Krieger will take his warm-up tosses. So let's hear from Sonic, as we'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back as a long meeting in the field that time by the umpires. As it actually looks like now, so Justin Medlin is heading over to first base, so that will change him for the DH. And can't tell if that's Braden in at second or not. Yep, Braden Ellis is now in at second base for the Indians. So 2-2 is the contest, and Kyle Krieger enters to pitch now.
Anthony Fidanza.
And he'll be greeted by Anthony Fidanza, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a stolen base, and also a run scored. Shows bunt. Pulls back and takes it for a strike from Krieger. So 0-1 is the count here to Fidanza. There's no outs and a runner on first. 2-2 contest in the top of the 6th inning. Fidanza showing bunt one more time. Pulls back. Snap throw down. Oh, nearly got him. Good shot that time by Sandroni. But Johnson, quick as a hiccup, able to get back without any issues, or actually a little bit of an issue, but dove underneath the tag. 1-1 is the count. So you got a lot of speed in the bases in Johnson right now as that pitch missing outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and no outs. That pitch missing low. Sandroni holding on for quite a while there, trying to frame it up. The umpire called it a ball. Sandroni stayed there for a minute. It wasn't going to change his mind, but 3-1 now is the count. So trouble here for the Indians late in the contest, and the Bulldogs trying to find a way to get that runner over in scoring position. Maybe that frame job by Sandroni the last time worked a little bit there, as that one looked a little low, but was able to come back and get the strike there. 3-2 now is the count. Runner goes, and a foul ball out into the bullpen. And somebody caught it out there in the bullpen on the fly. Pretty impressive play out there. And so nothing but nothing, as we'll stay at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Cole Johnson is at first after a leadoff single. Right back up the middle. Snapped over to first. No tag, as Johnson dives back safely. Trying to just keep him honest over there. As we said, he is extremely fast. And another throw over. This time a tag, and it was close, as Johnson kind of pops up in a hurry. That was a little too close for comfort, as this one's going to be fouled back and not held on to that time, as Sandroni looked like he was getting ready to fire down to first. The runner went on the pitch, so a foul ball will send him back to first base. High drama here in Game 2. We're in the top of the 6th. The go-ahead run is at first right now for the Bulldogs with no outs. Throw over is not in time, as Johnson dives back safely. No tag applied. Medlin, who was the DH, moves in at first base. There's a shot up the middle, and it's going to get through, and that's going to be a seeing eye single. And now they're going to, thought the runner was going to try to go to third. I was like, wow, bold move, Cotton. But he was able to get back, and no issues there. So now runners on first and second.
Number 21, Austin Delano.
Almost got himself caught in a rundown situation. But a good job by Johnson getting back in a hurry. And now Austin Delano coming to the plate. Runners on first and second here for the Bulldogs. No outs. Top of the 6th. Holmes trying to get something brewing here. Krieger going to try to see if he can find his way out of this one. The Indians would love to find a double play here to get 2 outs. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for a strike. Teleno playing third base. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out to short and a fly ball to right is how he's been retired. So 0-1 is the count here. Krieger on the hill replacing Peanut. Shows bunt, ball in dirt, blocked up nicely that time by Sandroni. 1-1 now goes the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Breaking pitch hangs up high. 2-1 now is the count. ICC fans wanting that one for a strike. That one easily up in the zone that time. 2-1 now is the count. No outs. Runners on first and second. 2-2 contest. Top of the 6th. Shows bunts again and pulls back on it. 3-1 now is the count. So Krieger needed to breathe deep here. So he can find a way to put one in the zone here. 3-1 is the count. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to be a good one. Only 1 play. And it's over in time for the putout. The sacrifice bunt by Teleno. 1-3 on the putout. Runners do advance. So 1 away now. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. Wednesdays at lunch. So be sure and join Brother Chris and all the great folks over there at the ICC BSU for the ICC BSU luncheon each Wednesday here on the Fulton campus. So runners at second and third. And this is number 6 coming to the plate, Penix. Grounded out to second in his previous at-bat. A big at-bat here for Penix. Shows bunt, pulls back, and checks the swing, but takes it for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 2-2 is the score. 1 out. Krieger in a little bit of trouble here. And they were trying to squeeze bunt. And the pitch goes for a ball. Yep, he called it a ball, so 2-1 is the count. That was a loud ball call was the reason why I was questioning if he called it a ball or a strike. Kind of yelled ball. It doesn't typically do that. So 2-1. This pitch popped up. Lancaster is going to step underneath this one. And he's going to throw it home, and the throw is going to be up the line. And the Bulldogs take the lead 3-2 on a sacrifice fly by Cade Penix. And that goes for an RBI, and the Bulldogs take the lead 3-0. The runner at second stayed there. The throw was in time just up the line towards the first base side, allowing the run to score, and the Bulldogs lead for the first time today. 3-2. We're in the top of the 6th with 2 outs in the inning now, and this is going to be Porter, who had that big 2-run home run back in the 4th. Swings at the first pitch he sees, and that's going to be a foul ball. Foul down the line by about 3 foot. As that would have been a big hit there. Nothing but an exciting strike on Porter. If that one's down, it scores a run easy for the Bulldogs, and probably would have went for extra bases, if not maybe even a triple for Porter, as it would have traced down into the corner on the right side of the field. So 0-1 is the count. Top of the 6th, 3-2. Holmes with the lead. That pitch missing high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Indians trail 3-2 now after 1 run is scored. Indians trying to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. Breaking pitch paints the corner for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to Porter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Be a big time for a Renaissance Bank strikeout if we can find one here. And he does! Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout out of the hand of Kyle Krieger. Swing and a miss from Porter. His first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, but damage done by the Bulldogs as they score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 3-2, Bulldogs lead it. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The Indians trying to find some runs of their own here. We'll take a break. Hear word from Coke and be back with more right after this.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill. Now, flat top. Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Dalton Massengill stays on the hill here for the Bulldogs, rightfully so. He has done a great job today. Gave up a solo home run in the first, a triple in the second that eventually allowed a run to score on a balk, but he's got some run support behind him. They lead 3-2 now as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. For ICC, it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up: LeBryant Siddell, Justin Medlin, and Russell Bunch. Indians have 4 hits on the day, 6 for the Bulldogs as Massengill takes his final warm-up toss there and will be set to go. So can the Indians find a way to rally and tie this one up, maybe even take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning? We saw a pair of late-game heroics in baseball last week. Had one in the first game of softball against Northwest on a walk-off single by Macy Cox to beat Northwest 4-3. That was on the Red Channel here yesterday. So the Indians want to try to find a way to rally here, trailing 3-2. LeBryant Siddell is going to start us off in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 2, so this one's scheduled for 7. Siddell takes one for the team as he's hit by a pitch. And so that'll be the leadoff runner on here. And now this is going to be Justin Medlin coming to the plate. We talked about some of those late game heroics. It was Siddell who was hit by a pitch with 2 strikes on it, eventually got around to third and scored on a wild pitch, ball 4, on a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th in game 1. And then the guy at the plate right now was Justin Medlin, a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th in game 2 to give the Indians the sweep of Pearl River. So that throw over to first was not in time as Siddell was able to get back. Medlin showing bunt, pulls back and takes that one for a ball, just a bit outside. As Porter quickly turned around, looked at the home plate umpire, thinking that one should have been called a strike. 1-0 now is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs. Siddell is over at first base. He represents a tying run here. Snap throw over, not in time. The tag is applied. But Siddell was back safely, standing up. So Medlin will dig back in. 1-0 is the count. Indians trying to get something sparked here. Find their bats in the bottom of the 6th. Medlin shows bunt, lays it down. There's only going to be one play, and that's going to be to first. And so that's a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt off the bat of Justin Medlin. 1-3 on the putout of that sacrifice bunt. Of course, as we talked about it, every one of these sacrifice plays being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. They remind you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. And now up is going to be Russell Bunch. He's 0 for 2 of the day, but has hit the ball well. A deep fly out to right and a deep fly out to center. He does have that 2-run home run from the first game of the day. Would love to see a repeat of that here from Bunch. And now they're going to look the runner back to second. Siddell Didn't have anybody there, so he just stood about a foot away. Didn't return to the bag, so now he's like, throw it, I dare you. Nobody's here. So 1 out. LeBryant Siddell is at second base. He's representing the tying run, 3-2 Holmes. Bottom of the 6th, game 2. That pitch paints the corner for a strike. So 0-1 the count here to Russell Bunch. 1 out, runner at second. Indians trying to find a way to tie it up here in the bottom of the 6th. Time is taken. So Bunch will dig back in here. 0-1 is the count, 1 out. Tying run at second in LeBryant Siddell. That pitch low and inside. 1-1 now is the count here to Bunch. Hayden Palmer scheduled up next for the Indians. Actually, it's going to be Braden Ellis up next for the Indians as he came in to play second base. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at second. 3-2. Holmes with the lead here in game 2. Bunch rips one. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but no, it goes foul. Oh, a tough one there as that would have gone for extra bases and tied the contest. So 1-2 now goes the count. Well, a good job that time by Bunch reaching down to find that one. Has put a solid lick on it. Was about 4 foot foul. And so now 1-2 is the count with 1 out. Bunch will dig in. Massengill checks the runner, now delivers. And Bunch pops this one up. Right side of the field. Not going to be deep enough to tag up the runner. The throw will be in, and now there's 2 away. Well, good job by Massengill coming back to induce the fly out to right field. 2 away in the inning with the runner at second. And this is going to be Braden Ellis. Braden Ellis getting his first at-bat of the afternoon, or in the evening, I should say. Actually, the first bat of the day.
Number 27, Braden Ellis.
So Ellis going to try to come in a clutch situation. Siddell is at second. Representing the tying run, 3-2 here. ICC and Holmes. Holmes with the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Game 2, this game scheduled for 7. Ellis awaiting the pitch here from Massengill. He's going to stare the runner back. That first pitch, high for a ball. Still got pretty good velocity on that fastball. You heard a pretty good pop out of the mid of the catcher that time, and it goes high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Here in the bottom of the 6th for the Indians, they trail by 1 run, 3-2. That pitch low in the dirt. 2-0 now is the count here to Ellis. If Ellis were to find a way on, then it's going to be Lane Domino on deck for the Indians. So 2-0 is the count here to Ellis. And he's going to look the runner back, and Massengill's going to walk towards Siddell. Siddell just smiled at him. So a little bit of a stare down there between Massengill and LeBryant Siddell. Ellis, fouls this one off and right back into the mask of the catcher. Home plate umpire is going to walk the ball out and allow Porter to catch his breath here. And he's going to come up and probably dust off the plate if he needs to. No, he's not. He's going to walk right back behind him. Check on Porter. Porter just going to try to shake this one off here. 2-1 is the count here to Braden Ellis. Tying run is at second, 3-2. Bulldogs with the lead, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Ellis with his first at bat of the day here for the Indians. A clutch situation if he can come up with something down to the gap in the outfield. See if he can find a way to tie this contest. Ellis Jammed on that one. It's going to go foul. And now the count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and a runner at second. High drama here in the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC trying to find a way to push across that tying run. Ellis at the plate with a 2-2 count and 2 outs. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Ellis checked his swing. And they're going to appeal. Said he did not go. Well, Porter was just looking to throw down to first. But they did say he held off. And now the count goes full. Ooh, borderline situation there going the way of ICC. A break for the Indians. Not necessarily saying it was a right call, but a break for the Indians that it didn't go against them. So 3-2 is the count now here to Braden Ellis. Tying run is at second. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2, Holmes with the lead here in game 2, trying to earn the split with the Indians. 3-2 offering. And there's strike 3. Beautiful curveball, and Massengill is fired up. His hook has been on today, as that is going to be the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, maybe the biggest of the day, as we've played 6. And Holmes leads at 3-2. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 7th right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, as this is Albert Hughes. Hughes will come into bat here in place of Jonathan Evans. We're in the top of the 7th inning. That first pitch inside for a ball. Hughes had a double off the wall in game 1, getting his first at bat here in game 2. Bulldogs trying to see if they can pick up an insurance run. Indians see if they can get out of this inning, maybe a 3-up, 3-down inning to get back to the bats here. They had the tying run on at second in the bottom of the 6th, just could not do anything with it as that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. 2 balls, no strikes. And that pitch missing in. No, called a strike. Wow. A break there for the Indians as that one looked low and inside. 2-1 now is the count. So ICC fans will take it. Ground ball, right side. Second baseman finds it, rolls up his arm, is able to get it, and reel it in for the putout. Nice job by Braden Ellis over there. Tough play as that was a blistering worm burner. Over to his right side, rolled up his arm, was able to find it out of his armpit basically, and throw it over for out number 1.
Number 19, Brylan Skinner.
So now this will be Brylan Skinner coming to the plate. 1 away and nobody out here in the top of the 7th. 3-2, Holmes with the lead. That pitch across for a strike from Krieger. So 0-1 is the count here to Skinner. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. That breaking pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 3-2 is the score. Do the Indians have some more late game heroics in their pockets tonight? Nubber over to second, going to have to hurry, can't get to it. And I'm going to say an error on the play. I'll send that downstairs to Lee to see what he officially says. It was a tough play, but I do think if he does make a clean play, he does have a throw over with the opportunity to get the out there. Snap throw over to first is not in time. So there's one out in the inning now with a runner at first base. That pitch missing high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. And yes, Lee confirms with us, so 3 people say an error, so it will be an E4 on the play. Runner goes, and then a hit batter. So that was Hanson, I believe, taking one for the team. And that one hurt because you heard a deep thud as it caught him in the ribs, and looks like Sandroni might be shaken up a little bit as well. So the home plate umpire will walk the ball out to Krieger here. So now a good opportunity here for the Bulldogs to tack on an insurance run with one out and runners at first and second. Back to the top of the lineup here is going to be Zush. Zush coming to the plate. So there's one out in the inning. Indians trailing by 1. The Bulldogs trying to tack on another run here. The Bulldogs has done well splitting all their conference games this season. Trying to do that again tonight. Showing bunt, pulls back, takes it for a ball. ICC, however, needs to try to get out of this inning with no damage done. See if they can find a way to maybe push across a run, maybe even 2 in the bottom of the 7th, but find a way to possibly extend this contest. The Bulldogs, however, want to stay true to form and earn that split. Shows bunt again. Snap throw down to first. Oh, nearly got him as the runner kind of lost his footing whenever he turned around to come back to first. The throw was there, but he just got back in time. 2-0 now is the count here to Zush. So one out. 2-0 is the count. Krieger at the plate. That pitch at the knees for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Zush. Runners at first and second. Bulldogs lead at 3-2 here in game 2. ICC won at 8-0 in the first game of the day. There's a ground ball. It's going to get through. Trouble here as the Bulldogs going to ask the run to score. It's going to have to hurry. Domino's throw is not in time, and the Bulldogs tack on an insurance run there. Big time hit off the bat of Zush, and that gets the Bulldogs that insurance run. The runner was able to move from first to third. And a big time hit there for the Bulldogs now makes it 4-2.
Number 8, Cole Johnson.
And now the runner did move into scoring position, or at least over to third, so now it's going to be Cole Johnson coming to the plate. He single scored a run in his previous at-bat, grounded out to first, and struck out. And his 2 at-bats before that. So one out. Runners on the corners here for the Bulldogs. They now lead 4-2. Showed bunt, and this one comes in and hit the batter in the chest that time, and that one hurt. Time is called as we'll check on the batter here, and Coach Collier's going to come out and talk to Krieger. Let's take a break. Hear a word from Cagle Eye Center and be back with more right after this.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back as they still look at Cole Johnson there near home plate. He's going to walk it off here to a nice round of applause for all fans. And we are going to have a pitching change here. It looks like Jackson Lancaster will be coming into pitch here for the Indians. So Lancaster will enter to pitch. We'll take a timeout here. A few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Jackson Lancaster enters to pitch here. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats on Jackson as third pitcher of the evening here for the Indians.
Number 9, Anthony Fidanza.
It'll be Fidanza meeting him at the plate. He's 0-1 on the year with a save. He's pitched 9 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of those earned. He's walked 6, struck out 20, and has a 2.79 ERA. So the Bulldogs looking to try to extend this 2-run lead here with runners on second, or actually bases loaded now. As this pitch popped up center field, and this is going to get over his head, and it's going to drop. And a big-time hit there as that's going to go for extra bases. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. And the throw home is not in time, and the Bulldogs open this one up in the top of the 7th inning, and they lead it now 6-2. Well, the center fielder just was not ready that time. As that one floated on him, got over his head, and so that will go for a double and a 2-run double for Fidanza, and he's got 3 hits on the day. So Fidanza, clutch for the Bulldogs this evening. 6-2 now is your score. A 3 spot on the board here for the Bulldogs. Still looking for more. There's a grounder up the middle. Going to come home with it. The throw is in time for the out. So a fielder's choice in that situation, as the runner did advance from second to third. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. Well, the Indians would have loved to have gotten that one on the previous at-bat.
Jimmy Burse.
And now this is going to be Burse coming to the plate. So Burse getting his first at-bat here in game 2. Takes a look at that pitch for a ball. Well, credit the Bulldogs. They could have easily hung their heads after getting a run rule in the first game of the day. They have come out swinging, literally. And Massengill has been on. There's a ground ball through the gap, and the hits continue, and so do the runs here for the Bulldogs, as that is the 4th run here in the inning. And so now the Bulldogs take a 7-2 lead here. 4 runs in the top of the 7th. 7-2 is the score. There's 2 outs in the inning. And this, I believe, is going to be Porter coming to the plate. Yes, Porter will be coming to the plate here. He had a 2-run home run in his second at bat of the day, and time is called here. 7-2 is your score. Runners at first and second here for the Bulldogs in a big inning here. ICC was trying to push across that tying run the previous inning. The Bulldogs dodged a bullet there as Sedale was left stranded in scoring position. And now they've got some more run support here in the top of the 7th with 4 runs so far. They lead at 7-2 here in game 2, trying to earn the split on the road against the Indians. Lancaster's pitch inside and low for a ball. So 2-0 is the count. Beautiful curveball, slices back in. 2-1 now is the count here to Porter. So 2-1, 2 outs. Indians trying to get out of this inning and stop some of the bleeding. Ground ball, foul ball leaves the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Porter at the plate. Runners at first and second for the Bulldogs. They lead at 7-2. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Pitch coming. Ball gets away, and they're going to say, what are they going to say? Well, the umpire kind of waved his hands, or maybe he said it hit him. So apparently, yes, it said it hit him that time. So Porter hit by a pitch. That's the reason why the runners weren't able to advance anymore. So now bases loaded once again here for the Bulldogs, and this is going to be number 3, Albert Hughes. The Bulldogs have batted around this inning. Hughes started it off with a ground out to second. Swings on the first pitch he sees, fouls ball. And 0-1 now is the count. So 0-1 is the count. There's 2 outs. Bases full of Bulldogs here. They lead at 7-2. Swung on and miss. Ball got away, and I'll tell you what, Tolino was halfway home that time and decided to go back after the ball got away. Break for the Indians. Said he did commit to the swing. 0-2 now is the count. Man, the Indians need a Renaissance Bank strikeout in the worst way right now. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, missing low and inside. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here for the Bulldogs. Albert Hughes at the plate. Looks at strike 3. Beautiful pitch there, but the damage is done. The Bulldogs push across 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. Do the Indians have 5 runs in their pocket as we head to the bottom of the 5th? We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back as the Indians got some work to do here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It was a 4 spot on the board in the top of the 7th by the Bulldogs to take a 7-2 lead for the Indians. It'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. Lane Domino, Brett Coker, and Ray Sandroni. Well, we're not unfamiliar with late game dramatics as ICC had to score 4 in the bottom of the 7th to force the game to extra innings against Pearl River. But for the Indians, you just got to have people on the bases right now. Good first pitch for Massengill. He has pitched to Jim, ladies and gentlemen. He's given up only 4 hits and has only walked 1. He has hit a batter as well. As that pitch, good looking pitch there, called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs is Domino starting us off here in the bottom of the 7th. ICC trailing 7-2. That pitch missing low in the dirt. Well, any way on base right now, if you're an ICC fan, you just got to find your way on, whether it be a walk, hit by pitch, or a hit. 2-1 now is the count here to Lane Domino. That's somebody you want to get on the bases because Lane has got some good speed. So waiting the 2-1 pitch here from Massengill. And that one called a strike. Clipped the inside corner of the plate right at the knees, and as I said, he has consistently called that pitch today, so you can't really fuss about that one if you're an ICC fan. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Massengill trying to go the distance here. There's a shot right back up the middle. Gets past the pitcher, going to have to hurry, and Domino's there! Lane Domino shifting a gear and getting that one through. A great job there by Domino. And the Indians get a runner on here to start the bottom of the 7th. And now this is going to be Brett Coker.
Number 13, Brett Coker.
Coker is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. He popped up in foul territory. He was retired by the pitcher in his first at bat. Takes a look at that first pitch, throw down. Oh, the Indians may have caught a break there as Domino took a big lead that time, got back just in time to tag the bag before he was tagged out. Oh, the Indians flirting with disaster there. So waiting this pitch here as Coker looks at that one high for a ball. 2-0 is the count. So Coker at the plate. Domino taking a little bit of a less lead over at first base. Coker looks at that pitch. Nips the corner of the plate for a strike. 2-1 now is the count here to Coker. 7-2, the Bulldogs get 4 insurance runs in the top of the 7th to extend this lead. The Indians, though, can chip away with it a little bit at a time as that pitch across for a strike as well. 2-2 now is the count. The outside corner has been the friend of Massengill all day long. He's also done pretty good painting that inside corner as well. 2-2 is the count with no outs and a runner over at first. This pitch fouled off. Good job that time by Coker. Was able to find a piece of that inside pitch, foul it off. And we'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. And now he's hit by a pitch. So Coker stands in there and takes one for the team. The Indians now with runners on first and second with no outs. And we'll have a slow stroll to the mound here for the Bulldogs. We'll take a break and hear word from our new 3-day weekend as we'll take a break. Drama trying to brew here in the bottom of the 7th. Back with more right after this.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back. We do have a pitching change here for the Bulldogs as we'll try to get the number on the new guy in here for the Bulldogs. Got the chop going here. ICC fans going to get behind the Indians, see if they can rally them. They trail 7-2. Runners on first and second with no outs in the inning. We'll take the break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos Chili Pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New pitcher in the game here for the Bulldogs is Stephen Lacey. Let's see if we can find you some Sonic stats here on Stephen Lacey. Lacey comes in, no record, but he does have 5 saves on the year. He's pitched 15 and a third. 15 and a third. He's given up 11 hits, 1 run, 1 of those earned. 6 walks, 22 strikeouts. Got a sparkling .59 ERA. The top guy in the rotation for the Bulldogs. He is the closer for him, and he has been lights out this year. So now it's going to be Ray Sandroni who will welcome him to the plate. Sandroni takes a look at that first pitch across for a strike. So 0-1 is the count here to Sandroni. Watching Lacey warm up, he's got a variety of pitches that he can throw for strike. He throws hard, and he's also got a pretty nasty breaking pitch. 0-2 now is the count. Right now he's just relying on that heat on that outside corner. And now Sandroni behind the count, 0-2. So runners on first and second here for the Indians. They trail 7-2. No outs in the bottom of the 7th. Sandroni at the plate is going to call for time, and he's given it as Lacey taking a whole lot of time getting set to go here. Sandroni 0 for 2 in the day with a fly ball to center field and a ground out to the shortstop. So 0-2 is the count here to Sandroni. Fights one off the wrist. It's going to be a slow roller. Going to have to hurry, but he will not be able to get there. But the runners do advance. Score that one 4-3. Was hoping that ball would kind of hit and die in the dirt that time, but it rolled just enough for the second baseman to come up and make a play on it. Cole Johnson over there at second for out number 1. So the runners do advance. And now back to the top of the lineup here for the Indians. As this is Kyle Krieger at the plate. Krieger 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He did have that big home run in the first game of the day. Well, if he could repeat that somehow here, it would be huge. So Krieger will dig in. Takes a look at that first pitch. Can't catch up with the fastball. 0-1 is the count. Good location up in the zone that time from Lacey. 0-1 is the count. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Indians need to come up, string together a few hits here, but they're facing one of the top pitchers, the probably top closer in the league, in Lacey for the Bulldogs. 0-1 is the count with 1 out. Krieger at the plate. That pitch, borderline pitch, missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Krieger. Well, the Indians right where they want to be in this situation. 2 runners on, top of the lineup. Unfortunately, only 1 out. Or unfortunately, 1 out in the inning. I should say only 1 out. As Krieger looks at that one, a beautiful pitch, paints that outside corner at the knees. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runners at second and third. ICC trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to find some late game heroics yet again here for the Indians. Krieger at the plate. Fastball missing. 2-2 now is the count. Lacey has only given up 1 earned run all season. Of course, the runners on the bags right now do not belong to him. And there's a hard hit ground ball. Shortstop's going to have to hurry. Scoops it up, now throws over, and the throw is in time. But the Indians do get the run. So a productive out there for ICC. 6-3 on the putout. He does get an RBI, and the Indians make it a 7-3 contest now. So now it's going to take a very special run here for the Indians with 2 outs in the inning.
Number 10, Jackson Lancaster.
So Lancaster at the plate. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Lancaster at the plate. He did have that triple off the wall. And that pitch paints the corner for a strike. Runner is at second. That was Domino who was able to score on that ground ball to the shortstop. 0-1 is the count here to Lancaster. Lancaster tattoos that one but foul. 0-2 now is the count. Well, the Bulldogs a strike away from earning the split here at ICC. The Indians got to find a way to spark a 2-out rally. Jackson Lancaster at the plate. 7-3 is your score. Runner at second here for the Indians with 2 outs. And that pitch, missing for a ball. He said ball really loud and thought he might have called that one for a strike. If he did, boy, he would have had an irate Coach Rick Collier coming down at him. But instead, that one called a ball. So Lancaster at the plate. Fastball, strike 3. Paints that corner. And then a little showboating afterwards. He just steps off the mound and crosses his arm. Did Stacy Lacey. And that will do it. The Bulldogs win it 7-3 here in the final game of the evening. ICC will fall to 19-4 with the loss, 19-4-1 I should say, with the loss in 6-2 in conference play. The Bulldogs improved to 21-5-1. And once again, they're doing a good job of splitting the way in all their division games as they improve to 4-4 in conference play. We're going to take a timeout, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls 7-3 in Game 2.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap things up here from Fulton. The Bulldogs do a great job. They score 4 runs in the top of the 7th to pull away for a 7-3 win to earn the split here in Fulton this evening. A classic Collier-Domino matchup here in Fulton. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's Sonic stats being presented to you by the Sonic right here in Fulton. And let's start with the Bulldogs. It was a hit for Zush, a hit for Johnson, 3 hits for Anthony Fidanza. He had a pair of singles and a double, 2 RBIs. He did score a run and steal a base. Also, Zush had an RBI as well. Then it was a hit for number 13. That's Jimmy Burse. And then a 2-run home run by Porter. And then a pair of singles, one by Skinner and one by Hanson. Skinner also reached on an error and scored a run. So that is your stats there for the Bulldogs. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. And looking like no errors. So 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Indians, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits and 1 error. So their final line, 3, 5, and 1. It was a triple by Jackson Lancaster. He also scored a run, a home run from LeBryant Sedale. He walked and was hit by a pitch, so he was 1 for 1 of the day. Justin Medlin went 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, and it was a single by Lane Domino. And that was it for the Indians there. So congratulations to the Bulldogs on battling back and earning the split. They improved to 21-5-1 on the year, 4-4 inside conference play. ICC falls to 19-4-1, 6-2 inside conference play. Their next game is scheduled for Saturday against Jones. Again, remind you to stay tuned to us on Twitter, as well as visiting letsgoicc.com for possible changes due to weather-related situations there down in Ellisville. Our next broadcast here on the Red Channel will be Friday afternoon as we travel to East Central and the ICC softball team taking on East Central there. You'll want to be able to tune in for that as well. So for Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, and Madison Haley, I'm Adam Gore saying good night here from Fulton. Have a blessed day, and as always, Roll Tribe.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.